middle-aged losers. Why the hell did I need their validation? I've been giving you $2,200 a month for years. That debt is paid, I said, holding out my hand. Give me the ticket, or I swear to God I'm dialing 911. You psycho bitch. What got into you today? Dad couldn't take the disrespect. He was a classic toxic alpha wannabe who couldn't handle a woman standing up to him. He charged at me, raising his hand to slap the taste out of my mouth. That gesture triggered my instinctive fear, and I flinched back. But Mom surprisingly grabbed him, whispering something in his ear. I could faintly hear her hiss. Why hit her? If she calls the police, we lose everything. Can't you see she's different today? Let me handle this. Mom was a manipulator. She was an expert at reading the room and switching masks. Even with me, she kept this skill sharp. Every time I cried about how unfair things were, she'd give me a crumb of affection, a sweet date, telling me she loved me, but that Ashley was younger, so as the big sister, I had to sacrifice. I always swallowed that poisoned candy, and now she was unwrapping another piece. Sure enough, Mom pushed Dad into a chair, forced a smile onto her face, and walked over. Chloe, honey, why the mood? You won the lottery. You should be happy. Your dad and I were just too excited. We didn't think about your feelings. How about this? Out of the million, we'll give you $50,000. Consider it your dowry for when you get married. I can't describe the feeling of hearing that. I just felt like I was choking. $50,000. That was the sweet date. Is that all I'm worth? 5%? Looking at Dad's red, angry face and Mom's fake, hypnotic smile, my stomach turned. The acid reflux was instant. Apparently, disgust can physically make you vomit. I ran to the bathroom. Mom called out twice, then stopped caring when I didn't answer. I puked until there was nothing left, realizing my face was wet with tears. There's a saying, they aren't my parents. They just wear the faces of the people who birthed me. I could never cut them off before, but holding on just meant more pain. 25 years? It was time to end this. I wiped my face and walked out. Before I reached the living room, I heard Mom on the phone, sounding frantic and excited. Yes, your sister won $1 million. We're keeping half for retirement and half for you to start a business. Didn't you always want to open that bubble tea boutique? Uh-huh. Ashley, baby, come home quick. You need to help calm your sister down. She's having a psychotic break and wants to keep it all. I stood there listening quietly. Then Dad chimed in. Ashley, once we cash the check, we're taking you to Aspen. You've been crying about skiing since you were a kid. Yeah, okay. No, we aren't taking your sister. If she takes a day off, she loses wages. Just us three. A family trip. The nausea came back, but I couldn't puke this time. They were dead set on stealing that $1 million ticket. Suddenly, I realized something. That ticket could actually be the thing that destroys them. Without hesitation, I pulled out my phone, turned on the voice recorder, and walked into the room. Seeing me return, they hung up the phone instantly, plastering those fake smiles back on. Chloe, you feeling sick? Look, we were a bit harsh earlier. Don't take it to heart. Mom reached out to hold my hand, beaming. I shook her off, staring at her coldly. Are you done plotting? When do I get my ticket back? That is my $1 million. I raised my voice. Mom's face stiffened. She forced a laugh. What's yours or mine? You bought the ticket, sure, but we're family. Money belongs to the household. Right, it's family money, Dad echoed. I shook my head. I bought this ticket on December 13th at the Quick E-Mart on 5th Street. I have the receipt. The legal ownership is mine. But tell you what, I can share some. I'll give you each 10 grand. The moment those words left my mouth, Dad's temper exploded. He roared and tried to kick me. If I hadn't dodged, he would have sent me flying. Mom dropped the act completely, screaming like a banshee. Chloe, you ungrateful little bitch. Get the hell out. This is my house. You don't deserve to step foot in here. Get out. They snapped. It was actually funny. I got exactly what I wanted. Fine. From now on, this shithole isn't my home. I'm not coming back. As for the ticket, I'll give you 1 month to think about it. If you don't return it by the deadline, I'm calling the police. 1 month. Enough time for them to spend that stolen windfall. And when they realize it's gone, that's when the fun begins.